Why play Singed top? Well, he has incredible mobility, he is naturally tanky, he's amazing at split pushing, and he's incredibly disruptive in a teamfight. However, his early game is weaker until he has some items, and he is vulnerable to hard lockdown, with all his mobility being his high movement speed. Singe's passive is whenever he moves near a champion, ally, or enemy, he gains a stack of the passive for 2 seconds. These stacks can be stacked up to 25 times, and for each stack, Singed gains a large chunk of bonus move speed. However, this effect does have a small cooldown per champion. Singe's Q is his bread and butter. It's an ability you toggle on and off, and it leaves a poison cloud behind him when he moves. Enemies who get hit by this poison cloud take damage over time. Singe's W places a circle on the floor which grounds and slows enemies within. Singe's E is a point and click ability which flings an enemy over his head, dealing damage to them. If the target lands in his W, they are also rooted. And this ability works incredibly well with Flash, where if you press E on the target and then flash onto them, it will immediately fling them behind you. Singe's ultimate is a massive steroid where he gives himself bonus ability power, armor, magic resist, move speed, health regen, and mana regen, and this lasts for a massive 25 seconds. In addition, during this time, his Q will also apply grievous wound to enemies hit. For combos, your go-to is to turn on your Q and then auto-attack into your W behind you. Follow up by using E to fling them into it and then keep attacking away while constantly applying your poison. And a good engage is to use ultimate into your Q and then throw W at your opponent. This gives you time to run up to them and use E to throw them backwards, throwing them through your poison field, then keep on attacking. For matchups, Singed can struggle against champions who can easily clear waves or hard bully him early, and he's great into champions he can constantly kite and flip away from him. For runes, take this. Conqueror gives you the damage and sustain you want. For build orders, start Ring and Pot into a Liandry's and tier 2 boots. After this, a Crystal Scepter and Rift Maker are great pickups before finishing your build with any of these as needed. For skill orders, start Q then E then W before maxing Q then E then W, taking ult whenever you can. For summoner spells, take Flash and Ghost. Starting the game as Singed, your 2 main jobs are to get as much farm as possible and to deny as much farm from your opponent as possible. A lot of champions will try to deny farm by poking and trading with your opponent. However, what Singed wants to do is to push the lane as aggressively as possible, forcing your opponent to farm under their tower and play under their tower. So, at level 1 and throughout the game, you can choose to proxy farm. This is where you go in between their towers and then use your Q to clear all their minions quickly, making your minions crash into their tower. And then, if they choose to come and fight you, they're losing all their minions, or they simply have to deal with farming under their tower. After the first couple of waves, the jungler will normally be pathing up this way, so you want to back and get back to lane. From here, keep using your Q over the entire minion wave, constantly shoving your opponent in, forcing them under that tower. And this is safer for you than most champions, as if they want to chase you, they have to constantly run through your Q. Entering the mid game, keep split pushing hard for insane pressure, running away from anyone that tries to come and stop you. At this point in the game, especially with Crystal Scepter, you're incredibly annoying. Entering late game teamfights, you want to play as the disruptive frontline. Run through their team, getting speed ups, slowing them, and applying grievous wounds to everyone. From here, run at an important target, throw W on the floor, and then throw them into it while your team explodes them for you.